Anyone who hasn't done the prayers so far, even if you don't know, you can just read. Shweta. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, Mataji, I've done it once before. So, if anybody else wants to do it, that's okay. If nobody is doing it, then I can recite it.
Anybody else who have not done so far? No. Okay, you can go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितां कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, we are in chapter 11. Before that, we will do a quick recap of chapter 10. So, 10th chapter has 4 important shlokas, 8, 9, 10, and 11. These are called the seed shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, Chatushloki, and how Krishna is saying about himself and his dealings with the devotees. Then Arjuna wanted to know, how can I know you? In your heart, how can I remember you? Right? So Krishna is starting to say, so we will use the simple fill in the blanks format, and you can answer in the chat. Okay, so I am among the Maruts, I am blank. Marichi, okay. Among Vedas, I am okay. Everyone has said Samaveda. Okay. And among the senses, I am the okay mind. And among stars, among stars, I am moon. Right. And among yakshas and rakshasas, among yakshas and rakshasas. Okay, Kuber. Right. Okay. Among generals, I am among generals is saying I am Kartikeya. Yes. And among words, I am yeah, Akara. Right. Okay. Among the immovable things, I am among immovable things, he's saying I am the Himalayas. Yes. Among sacrifices, I am Chapa. Right. Chanting of the holy names. And among um, the vibrations, yeah, many answers. Yes, Om. Okay. Among cows, I am Surabhi. Okay. And among Daityas, I am Prahlad. Right. Among purifiers, I am, yes, among purifiers, I am the wind. Uh, I am the all devouring blank. I am the all devouring uh, death. Yes. Yes. And among wielders of weapons, I am among wielders of weapons. Yes. Mm. Yeah, among wielders of weapons, I am Rama. Okay, among the flowing rivers, I am. Okay. Among the signs, among sciences, I am the science of the. Yes, Mataji, right. Among sciences, I am the science of the self. Yes. Dhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Okay, so these are some of the opulences of the Lord. So more to ask, but yeah, we'll pause here due to time. Thank you so much for participating. So chapter 11 is the very picturesque form chapter of this whole book, and not much explanation is required because the verses themselves, we see the meter is increasing, because it's like, the background music is more and something intense is happening, so we can see the change in the meter of these verses. So we'll start reading. Can anyone read first 5 verses? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Text 1. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled. O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity, and I have realized your inexhaustible glories. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to hear that form of yours. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me the unlimited universal form. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pratha, see now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. Hare Krishna.
Oh, thank you, Prabhuji. So Arjuna is saying the starting, that what is dispelled? My illusion. And by what? By hearing that instructions that you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects. So, what is the glory of this chapter is that the first paragraph. This chapter reveals Krishna as a cause of all causes. He is even the cause of the Mahavishnu, from whom the material universes emanate. Krishna is not an incarnation, he is a source of all incarnations. That has been completely explained in this chapter. So, Arjuna first says, yes, I mean, without your mercy, I wouldn't be at this stage now. It's not like we see the drastic difference, right? From fifth chapter, third chapter, Arjuna is still thinking about himself and what all he has to undergo, and whether I should fight or not fight. But he's more absorbed in the Lord and what he had to say. So far, hearing from 8, 9, 10, his questions are different. Questions 8th chapter, his question was, what is Brahma? What is Adhyatma? What is karma? And then 10th chapter is, how can I see you? I'm seeing everything else. How can I understand you or see you? remember you. So here also, he's going to ask a question that's very pertinent and very important. So before that, he's thanking the Lord for all the things that the Lord has given him, about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity, and have realized your inexhaustible glories. So, inexhaustible glories is that especially 9th and 10th chapters. So he's referring to how Krishna is the source of everything and how it is he's understanding that. And in the 9th chapter and the 10th chapter, if we see in the starting, Krishna says about his universal pervasiveness. For example, the 9th chapter also, after describing what this knowledge is, from 4 till 8, okay, 8 or 10. So what he says, by me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is a very source of creation. Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. So, O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. So, it's very, very clearly saying about how he is the creator and how he has been all pervading, also giving various examples. How the whole cosmic order is under me. These are not, ordinary statements, because this is huge. A person, we see a fake gods, they may say something, but they cannot say something to this extent that I created everything. I am all pervading. The cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So if we see chapter 10 also, this is what he says. Neither the hosts of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulences, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and sages. He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme lord of all the worlds, he only, undeluded among men, is freed from all sins. And how all the varieties of qualities of living entities are created from him, and then how all the great sages and the four sages, the Brahma Kumaras, the Manus, every planets and the living beings are actually come from me, he says, born from my mind. And as a summary, I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvitaha. Then again, when he asks, how shall I constantly think of me? The first thing he says is this: O Arjuna, I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. Krishna is indirectly hinting that I am the super soul in your heart also, and I know your desire as well. And then he says, I am the beginning, middle, and the end of all beings. And so many different things, not only this earth, covering different planets, different species, different natural phenomena. Krishna has covered everything. So this has led Arjuna to ask this, that you have described yourself. I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. That is your all pervading form. It's not that Arjuna didn't believe, but why is he asking? I mean, if you don't believe, only you will ask, show me the proof. Yeah, Srinath Prabhu. Okay, Abba Mataji.
He's asking for everyone
Hmm,
because he wants all of the person to know about this thing.
right. Especially, he is asking for us because this is a litmus test. If someone is saying that I am God, we shouldn't be fools. If we don't know about the science of God, then definitely we'll be fooled because we think according to our mind and situation, somebody is God, right? But Arjuna is setting a standard. So that's why, not for himself, but he wants to know for in the future. If we text 3, if it's see, Arjuna's addressing the Lord as Purushottama is also significant. Since the Lord is the Supreme Personality of God, he is present within Arjuna himself. Therefore, he knows the desire of Arjuna and he can understand that Arjuna has no special desire to see him in his universal form. For Arjuna is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form of Krishna. But the Lord can understand also that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to convince others. Arjuna did not have any personal desire for confirmation. Krishna also understands that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set a criterion. For in the future, there would be so many impostors who pose themselves as incarnations of God. The people therefore should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim to the people. So that's why he's asking. Then also the way he's asking is this. If you think I'm able to behold your cosmic form. So that's always after understanding the greatness, because why Arjuna is asking like this, Krishna need not show him at all the universal form, neither to prove to him nor to prove to all of us. He doesn't have that necessity at all. So that's why Arjuna is asking, if you think I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. The point here is, unless the Lord reveals himself, we can never understand. And the Lord of all, the Master of all mystic power, this is, this word is Yogeshwara. Even the last verse of Bhagavad Gita also has this, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. So why is he addressing the Lord like that, Yogeshwara? The word Yogeshwara is also very significant here because the Lord has inconceivable power. If he likes, he can reveal himself by his grace, although he is unlimited. Therefore, Arjuna pleads for the inconceivable grace of Krishna. He does not give Krishna orders. Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself unless one surrenders fully in Krishna consciousness and engages in devotional service. Thus, it is not possible for persons who depend on the strength of their mental speculations to see Krishna. In other words, only a devotee who is following this path of devotional service can please the Lord, and the Lord being pleased with him would reveal himself. Because we cannot order the Lord, neither on our own strength. We can see this. And another thing is that this universal form, which is so important, is not very important for a devotee from a devotional perspective. We will see why it is that also. So Krishna is starting to show hundreds and thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. So let's read from 6 to 11. Yeah, Ashutosh Prabhuji.
O best of Bhartas, see here the different manifestation of Aditya, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard of before. Text 7. O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non moving is here completely in one place. Text 8. But you can't see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence. Text 9. Sanjaya said, O king, having spoken thus, the supreme lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Text 10 and 11. Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouth, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. Hare Krishna.
So the key thing here is Krishna is saying that whatever you desire to see now, and also whatever you may want to see in the future, he is showing. No other scientist, we can all look at the telescopes and something from that's very far off. Maximum how long, compared to the 4 billion miles of the universal thing, whatever we can see through telescopes is not that much. But being in one place, Arjuna is able to see everything moving and non-moving. That's all over the universe. And not only that, he's able to see the past, the present, and the future also. So he's saying that, but you cannot see with the present eyes. I'll give you divine eyes. So through the divine eyes, he can see that. So this is very clear. One point here is Arjuna, it was not Arjuna's mental imagination, this universal form. What it was is that he really saw it through the divine eyes. Divya Chakshuhu, divine eyes. Because with the eyes that is made of, the material eyes in the material body, earthly body eyes, we can't even see the demigods. Even if the demigods can come and sit near us also, we can't see. Because our eyes are not uh, designed to see beyond some things, right? So the demigods don't have um, form earthly, more of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. It is mentioned that very less earth element is there in the demigod form. So we cannot see ether, we cannot see mind, intelligence, or anything else. So it's hard for us to see them. So with this eyes, he cannot see the universal vision. So Krishna has given him divine eyes. And Arjuna is started to see. Suddenly, so many things keep on changing, and so many ornaments, and so all this description shows that uh, it's without fail. It is actually, it's not his dream or his vision or something, but the Lord was actually present in front of him. Okay, so let's continue. 12 to B20. Yeah. Chandir Mataji.
Text 12. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Text 13. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. 14. Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. 15. Arjuna said, My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents.
Thank you, Mataji.
Text.
I think we'll pause here to discuss and then we can read more. Okay, so actually, what Arjuna was seeing and describing, others in the battlefield, even though they were seeing, okay, they couldn't see because the vision was only given to Arjuna. And because the vision was also given to Sanjaya by his spiritual master Vyasadeva, he was also able to see this. So, what is Arjuna's description? If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, if one sun rises and one sun is set, now we can see how dark this world has become. One sun is rising, that the after the sunrise, everything changes, right? Similarly, from winter to spring, so all the trees are very dry and no leaves. They are just maintaining their life through the branches. And when there is a little heat in spring, first day we see all the branches of thousands, millions and millions of trees. In this part of the universe, when there is in this part of this tiny world, and when the heat is coming from winter, then we can see immediately so much leaves. That next day, the previous day, it will be barred. The next day, it will all be light green in color. Small dot like leaves appearing in millions and millions of leaves appearing in millions and millions of trees. Just one day. So that is the power of one sun. Then we can imagine hundreds of thousands of suns arising in the sky. So what effulgence could it have? And keep on expanding. Many thousands that Arjuna had his hair standing on end. He was completely stunned and his relationship changed of wonder. And then immediately he offered his obeisances and he began praying to the Lord. So let's recite this verse. You can repeat after me. Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna Uvacha
Pashyami Devamstava Deva Dehe
पश्यामि देवांस्तव देव देहे
Sarvam Tata Bhuta Vishesha Sanghan
Sarvam
तथा भूतविशेषसङ्घान्
Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastam
ब्रह्माणि ईशानलानसत्त्वम्
ऋषींश्च सर्वान् उरगांश्च दिव्यान्
ऋषींश्च सर्वान् उर्गांश्च दिव्यान्
So Arjuna is saying that he is seeing assembled in the body of the Lord Brahmanam, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, and Brahma is sitting on the lotus flower. That means the topmost part of the universe, right? And also he's seeing what? Sages and divine serpents. So the divine serpents is the serpent on whom Garbhodakashai Vishnu is lying down. Basically, that's uh, when from Mahavishnu's pores, each universe comes, and that universe, Garbhodakashai Vishnu enters into the universe, and his form is from end to end of this universe. And he fills half of that universe with water called Garbhodaka water, and he lies down on that, on the serpent bed, and then from his lotus navel, uh, on the top is comes lotus, and Brahma is there. So that means he can see from the bottom of the universe to top of the universe. Everywhere he is able to see. So that is his first observation. Oh yeah, we'll continue. 16 to 20.
O Lord, the universe, all universal form, I see in your body many, many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes, expanded everywhere without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, and no beginning. 17. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence spreading on all sides like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see the glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs. 19. You are without
18.
origin, middle,
No,
or
I think
end.
you missed this 18, Mataji.
Oh, sorry. 18. You are the supreme primal objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion. You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. Number 20. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. O Great One, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary system are perturbed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So he's saying, so Krishna said, right, in the beginning of the 10th chapter, I am the middle, beginning, and the end. Now Arjuna is accepting that. I see in you no end, no middle, no beginning. Not only vertically, horizontally, everywhere. you are expanding. So that means he's all pervading, like that. And also Krishna says, I am the sun, right, of all the Adityas, I am sun. And so he's able to, where from, if he's not the source of the sun, how come he can get glaring effulgence? And it's like blazing fire. And he says, immeasurable radiance of the sun. And this is there everywhere. So now he's, understanding that he's the maintainer and you are inexhaustible because there's no beginning and there's no end. And you are the oldest. Again and again, he's saying that no origin, no middle, or no end. So that means when things are repeated, when somebody is shocked, surprised, stunned, then they may repeat what they are saying. So Arjuna is stunned, shocked, and surprised, and his relationship, changed out of wonder. Imagine he was sitting and talking to Krishna, calling him, and will you fight with your grandfather? You are asking me to fight. What is this? And where you, how can I understand that you talked this knowledge to Vivaswan? All this he asked. Okay, now suddenly there's no his friend who was talking to him, but instead of this form that is very hard for even Arjuna to assimilate the glory of that form. So he's saying that again and again. And then what is this radiance coming forth? I am not able to understand. And specifically in text 20, he's saying that you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space in between. So that's why he was given the divine vision, that he can see beyond the earthly planets, many, many planets, and not only the many planets, with the space in between also. So he can understand. He, first of all, Arjuna is seeing the other planetary systems. That's a proof that they exist, and this is not just Arjuna's dream or illusion. Okay, 21 to 25. Anybody else? Yes, Abha Mataji.
21. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings, crying, All peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. 22. All the various manifestations of the Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishwadevas, the two Ashvis, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. 23. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth, and as they are disturbed, so am I. 24. O all-pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths, and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. 25. O Lord of Lords, O refuge of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance seeing thus. Your blazing death-like face and awful teeth. In all directions I am bewildered. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, what is he seeing is that he's not only seeing the planets, he's seeing the demigods inside the planets, and they are offering prayers with folded hands, and they're crying Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. And all of them are seeing him in wonder. And they are also disturbed because suddenly they're all in their planets very peacefully, and suddenly there is this form that is arising from earthly planet and going on and on, And it's covering their entire planetary systems. And because they're all divine souls, they have the eyes to see and they're disturbed. Even the demigods are disturbed at seeing the great form. So, see, that's what he says. See, Rupam Mahate Bahuvaktra Netram Mahabaho Bahurupadam Bahudaram Bahudamshtra Drishtva Loka Pravyatitas Tataham. So many Bahu. So seeing all of them, the planets are Pravyatitaha. Those beings in the planets are all perturbed. So I am also perturbed by them. And then, so again he says, I am perturbed by fear. They are disturbed, so I am, and so much so that I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of the mind. Again, he says, please be gracious to me. And I cannot keep my balance. So he's forgetting what's happening. That much was the vision, what he's seeing. So what he exactly saw, we'll see. 26 to, 30. Srivatsa Prabhu, you would like to read?
Yeah. Text 26-27. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also, are rushing into your fearful mouths, and some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth. Text 28. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors entering blazing into your mouths. Text 29. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths, as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. Text 30. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. 31 also. Text 31. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. Text 32. The Supreme Personality.
Here till 31 for today. Okay, so this is the main thing that he's seeing. That he's seeing who? Bhishma, Drona, Karna. Okay, all the sons of Dhritarashtra and our chief soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouths. And what he's seeing, especially some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth. So all these great personalities are going into his mouth, and this is the scene that he's seeing. And three shlokas he's describing. See, I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. So when there is a fire, we see, especially in the rainy day, moths, so many hundreds and thousands of them will come. Like that way, he's seeing all of them going into the mouth, rushing, not even slow motion, fully. And this is what? This is the future. Because they're all there. But he's seeing the future. And then he's seeing that I see you devouring all people from all sides. And your radiance is not small, covering one planet, but covering all the universe. With your effulgence, you're manifest with terrible scorching rays. So then he's saying, tell me who you are. Please be gracious to me. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. So we will see Vishwarupa, the universal form, and here he's showing Kala Rupa also. He said, time I am, right? In the 10th chapter. So because he's time, he's able to show the future, what's happening, what's going to happen. Because it is just in the beginning of the war and all of them are standing. But he's seeing things of the future. So Arjuna is perturbed. Who are you? It looks like, you've come only to devour everyone. So please tell me who you are. And he's also telling that please be gracious to me. So we'll pause here for today. And we'll see the rest of the verses. What Krishna is saying and the rest next week. Oh, we'll not have class this Thursday. Next Monday. The next class will be next Thursday. So we have a visiting devotee here this Thursday. He's Bhakti Dhira Damodar Maharaj. Is one of the gurus. So we have programs in Charlotte and we will send you the live link. You can see that. And since we are traveling to a Kirtan event, so we would not be available on Monday, but we can continue the next Thursday. But continue to read, and I can try and post some quizzes so that you can keep reading and not forget the theme. Okay, so we'll pause here, devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Okay, anybody has any questions? Anything to share? Yes, Meera Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So I had a question about the divine eyes. So I know anecdotally reading some books about, life after, or, after passing over, people have, expressed how they see a lot more things than when they were alive, people who have crossed back, that is. So I was just curious about, is that something that just happens after you pass over? You can see a lot more things, and as far as being able to see Krishna and the demigods and making our passage.
Uh-huh. Actually, yeah, when the depends on whether the soul is pious or not. But when we are in this body, we have subtle eyes and they're covered by gross eyes. So through the gross eyes, we can only see what this eyes allowed. But when we are in the subtle body and the mind takes the soul, accompanies the soul. So with the subtle eyes, they can see. Sometimes, uh, if there are a lot of sinful actions done, then it is said that the Yamadutas will be dragging them on a long way with scorching heat, and that's what is
The
described.
Garuda Puranas.
Garuda Purana says that, yeah. Or if they don't have much, then they directly go to the heavenly planets. Uh, then they see different things like that. So depends on what they are. But this vision that Krishna gives is completely different. Nobody,
Okay.
whether living or dead or even demigods, have this vision. Because
Okay.
Swargaloka also, they cannot see what Brahma is doing. Of course, Brahma can see everywhere what everyone is doing, and those people in Brahma Loka. But Arjuna, Arjuna could see what in respect to him, the future, what's happening to him in the how the Lord is. We will see that. So this divine vision was not given to anyone before.
Okay. Very interesting. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. We have to talk sometime. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yes, I look forward to it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Srinath Prabhu, you had a question? No, okay.
No, Mataji, it was, I need to write it down.
Okay. Chandir Mataji for question or reading?
No, Mataji, I want to know, like, we have seen this Vishwarupa in the Mahabharat series and all that, how, but here it's like in the series, it shows like in one body, many bodies are merging and coming out of it. And but here it's saying that it's spread it around, right?
Yeah, we have limited, Mahabharat serial, how much our graphics, AI, whatever you do, it cannot be close to, what is shown here. I mean, to whatever phenomenon that we can conceive of and whatever we can show using the technology, that much only we can do, but that's nowhere close to what Krishna is showing here. But this,
So my question is, Mataji, that is that like Krishna appearance or existence in when Arjuna saw it's in these words, it's something like what I understood. I could be wrong. Like it's like pervading all over, like all like everywhere, like Krishna.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what
How
he
can
wanted to ask. No, how you are everything. How are you controlling the whole cosmic manifestation? So, controlling the whole cosmic manifestation means by his will, he can also give divine vision to Arjuna, which itself is impossible for any other being to do that, to see what is far off from the universe with respect to space and also the future with respect to time.
and also going to the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he like it's showing that it's going, the vision is going that far.
Yeah, that's true. That's why it's uh, so unique.
So it's like this whole like appearance of Krishna in the Vishwarupa, is that like it's not only that time, like whatever we have in the world is the same,
What is that? Sorry, I missed the question.
like like the our world, like what we see, how we live, what we see, is that something like that uh, in the different worlds Arjuna is seeing?
No, something very, very different. That's why he's scared. He's telling, please be gracious to me, I'm disturbed. Although Arjuna is this is the difference between God and even God's friend and companion. Krishna is not bewildered. In fact, Krishna is showing everything everywhere. By just seeing Krishna's universal form, Arjuna is bewildered and perturbed. What to speak of all of us? If Arjuna is bewildered and perturbed, then, and also we'll see that he would ask Krishna to please end this. He only asked Krishna, I want to see. And Krishna gave him the divine vision. But in the further shlokas, we'll see that I'm done. Please, 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 I want to see your other nice form. So what he saw is not a thing of this world at all. It's out of this world. Really and technically.
I mean, that is so divine, but what we see here, that is not also eh, like we don't want to see most of it.
Yeah.
But
If we
like
know the future, that's why we say that, oh, how nice it is if I know the future. If we know the future, we'll start worrying more only. At least when we don't know the future, that's good. When it comes, we will worry. If we know the future, we can't change it also. Then we'll keep shivering from now onwards. When, what, this day, this will happen, this, that, like that. So that's why, Arjuna says that, I mean, I'll be your servant and your friend always. He's not very glad with this universal form. But then this is to show who is God. God is not cheap thing. God is a great science. Not only science, experimental science. That's what Arjuna is seeing.
Yeah, that's experimental science. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Abba Mataji.
I just want to share that with his divine eyes, Arjuna saw everything. He saw the sons of Dhritarashtra along with Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everyone going in his mouth. He must have also seen Abhimanyu and the sons of the Pandavas also going. So he must have been very much perturbed, bewildered. I don't know. It's just my feeling how he must have
Yeah,
seen them
actually,
also
yeah, it
going.
is mentioned that many of our warriors are also going inside. Whether he particularly saw Abhimanyu, I don't know. I have to ask someone to confirm. It's not mentioned here, but he's mentioning that he
It's not
saw,
mentioned Abhimanyu and the sons of the Pandavas. Yes.
but many of our chief soldiers, he's telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abhimanyu, we don't know. Thank you, Matan.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Ashutosh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So Mataji, from this chapter, my understanding is like why Lord is showing His universal form or Vishvarupa form. Is like whatever He said till chapter 10. Like everyone is from me. I am the source of everything. I am cause of all causes. He's trying to show that as a graphical or a pictorial representation. Like all demigods belong to Lord, all sages belong to Lord, and so that's my understanding. And it's though it's perturbing and disturbing, but it gives a very clear meaning of Bhagavad Gita what we are reading from chapter 1 to chapter 10
Yeah,
after seeing this form.
very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you. Actually,
Yeah.
Arjuna was also first out of wonder and glad only. He was also gladdened. Okay, but there is this Kala Rupa that Krishna is now showing the future forms as time that Arjuna is bewildered with. So we will see that also in the next why he is perturbed. But as you say, this is important because then we have a now a practical demonstration, right?
Yeah, that's right. Mataji, I have one question on that annihilation part only. So, from our childhood, we have heard about these three devs, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and we have heard that Brahma is the creation, Vishnu is the sustainer or the maintainer, and then the annihilation responsibility lies with Shiva. So, how that annihilation is different from the annihilation which we are seeing in this picture or in this form?
Oh, okay. So this form, he's Shiva, Lord Shiva is in charge of annihilation, and there are different ways where I mean, there are different types of annihilation that is mentioned. Even one type is when we leave the body. That is also annihilation of our body and whatever one set of drama, one scene is annihilated and then liberated. That's why they go to Varanasi to people like it's one of the Mukti Moksha Kshetra because Lord Shiva comes and tells in everyone's ears Rama mantra, which he himself is chanting. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame. So the second one is the annihilation that's happening at the end of Brahma's day. And the third one is the annihilation that's happening at the end of Brahma's life. Brahma himself is annihilated at that time, the end of Brahma's life. So all this, different types of annihilations is in charge. Lord Shiva is in charge of, and he is none other than, if we see, the incarnation of the Lord who comes in touch with this material world. So here, if you see, Krishna glances. So there is no specific touch of Vishnu with the material world. Like the Mahavishnu also lies down and he's there in yoga nidra, half closed eyes, and he's glancing. That is his touch. So when he's expanded or incarnated into Lord Shiva, he's in touch with the material creation, and he's in charge of annihilation. So Krishna's Kala Rupa that's why he's showing Lord Shiva also, right? Brahma, Shiva, everyone is shown. So this is one other proof that if Krishna is a subsect incarnation of Mahavishnu, then he cannot show Garbhodakashai Vishnu and Brahma. Because if Krishna himself, all the other incarnations come from Garbhodakashai Vishnu's expansion. So that's why in the beginning we read that he is the origin of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva also.
Yes, Mataji.
Nirmala Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So, did Krishna show two different forms to Arjuna? One is the universal form where all the demigods and all the planets, Garbhodaya, Kashaya, Vishnu, and up until Brahma, and the Kala Rupa separately, or was it all in one, Mataji?
So we see the transition as you see here, he's showing, right, all the manifestations of everyone, all the planets, everything we are seeing. But then slowly, uh, initially only he's seeing the radiance, the unlimited thing, and then, but he's still composed. He's saying that you're the maintainer, this is my opinion, your origin, and then when it changed to Kala Rupa, when he's also showing, because he said, right, not only now I will show the future also. And as a time, then he's asking, who are you? Because Vishwarupa is gone and Kala Rupa is coming, and that's why he's asking, who are you? Please tell me who you are. Then Krishna
Okay.
is telling that, see, I am Kala, time I am, Supreme Personality of God. The next shloka is this, time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds. And I have come
Okay.
here to destroy all people with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Okay, Maharaj. And one more question is so Krishna already showed this universal form to Mother Yashoda, right? When
Ah,
she tried opening his mouth.
yeah, but this is not, uh, that was a momentary vision.
Okay.
And there the description is also she saw the universe, not the Kala Rupa following the
Okay.
universal form. That description is not there. So
Okay,
different
ma'am.
planets, different physical things, the greatness of the Lord, and then she also sees the sweetness of the Lord. In each universe, in that inside his mouth, he's seeing the universe, and inside the universe, in the planet, again she's seeing herself and Krishna.
Okay.
She's seeing Krishna's mouth, and inside that mouth there is again universe like this. So like this, it's going
Okay.
unending.
Okay, Mataji. And one more question, Mataji. This is regarding the purports in 1022 and 1023. It says in 1022 that of the demigods I am Indra, and in 1023 it says of the Rudra I am Lord Shiva. So
Hmm.
is Lord Shiva not a part of demigods?
Yeah. No, Shiva is Mahadeva.
Okay.
Shiva, demigods, is a like it's still Jiva Tattva, the living entities. Shiva is in between Vishnu Tattva and Jiva Tattva. Means nobody, we can see that Indra gets perturbed when someone does yajna, 100 Ashwamedha yajnas, right? So
Yeah.
Indra is a post that can be taken by the Jiva, but Shiva is not a post. So that's why Shiva is a different category. But when Krishna says that I am Indra, I am Shiva, he's representing the best of all in all the categories. That's what
Okay.
he's telling to Arjuna. So a devotee of Krishna will not see the different demigods as difference. different individual independent gods. So Arjuna is asking, how am I to see you everywhere? So Krishna is saying, how I am expanded as everywhere and everything also. So a
Okay.
devotee has that vision towards all the demigods. So there is no discrimination. I mean, in the sense that not saying every devata as an individual, or not telling that I am only going to worship Krishna and nobody else exists for me. That's also not true, because otherwise, then why all Brahma and Shiva are shown here, right?
Yes, Mataji. So, is there a hierarchy like it's Rudras and then demigods, or is there no? It's just the way in which they do their work.
No, I think there
Um,
is hierarchy among the demigods also. Just like from here now, from the government employee, then there is somebody who's controller. He is in charge, and then there is somebody higher like that. There is definitely a hierarchy of the universe, and I think that's there in Srimad Bhagavatam when they say about the glories of Indra in one place. Uh, Let me check and tell you that.
okay, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Reshma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I have a question. This is very simple, I think. In all the verses, we always say Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus hands, Krishna's lotus eyes. What is the meaning or explanation behind lotus, Mataji?
Right. So, lotus is out of this creation. If you see, we see when we say how Brahma was created, from Garbhodakashai Vishnu's thing, the lotus came, and then Brahma was on top of that. Brahma appeared on top of that. And then
Hmm.
all the elements and then sub-creation by Brahma happened. So one explanation I heard in one lecture is that lotus was beyond this creation, especially the flower lotus is beyond this, before the creation also. So it's more or less spiritual. And also, the way the lotus petals is like this, like it starts in one, and then the eyes are described as lotus petals. And
Hmm.
the uh, like as you say, the lotus feet. So it shows the mercy, the softness, the elegance, the fragrance. So that's why, um, of course, all the flowers are like that, but when there is a comparison of all the flowers, we see the lotus comes first. Although individually, there may be many different choices. Some may like dahlia, some may like jasmine, some may like rose. But I've heard that when in comparison of all the flowers, the qualities, the texture, the fragrance, everything, lotus is like the queen of all the flowers. And
Hmm.
and also lotus signifies very soft heart and merciful is what I know. But if there is anybody else, anything
That
else,
explains, Mataji. It makes sense. I mean, I have never seen lotus flower in person, but yeah, whenever, I mean, even in the morning classes, when you say Krishna's lotus feet, lotus eyes, I really get excited, and I really want to understand the meaning behind it. Yeah.
much I know, I can ask more also. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
you. Okay, Prabhuji. See what's up, Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna.
And another analogy I've actually heard of the lotus is that um, it's something pure that always grows in dirty environments.
Mm.
So, be it a muddy pool or a muddy pond, or it's the purest thing that exists in the most unclean environments. Oh, someone also said it in the chat. But I had a question. I struggle sometimes with the hierarchy, Mataji, because I like to lean towards Shastra, and the biggest contentions argument that my I don't know, my intuition, I guess, is putting out is recency bias. Is the word Krishna, is Krishna mentioned in the Vedas
Yeah.
pre Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Bhagavad Gita, pre Bhagavad Gita,
Yes,
pre Dwapara Yuga?
definitely. Krishna is there in the Vedas very much.
So I can find the word Krishna in the Vedas.
Very much. If you go to any priests, what is the last thing they say after every, whether it's a Shraddha Yajna, Deva Yajna, Vivaha Yajna?
Krishna Arpanamastu.
Yeah, that's the end. Sri Krishna
But
Krishna, Sri Krishna
the
Krishna, Sri Krishna
part
Krishna.
of the mantra, is that part of the mantra
Sorry,
in Shastra? Is that part of the mantra in
that's why
Shastra, or
will
is
the
that
priests say?
recency bias?
Whether they are Shaivite priests, whether they are Vaishnavite priests, but this is whether it's any yajna, Graha Pravesa, Vivaha, anything, even the funeral
Hmm.
rites, at the end, this is what is told Sri Krishna Krishna, Sri Krishna Krishna. So you asked about Vedas. Here,
Hmm.
the Atharva Veda, which is
Atharva
Gopala
Veda.
Papani Upanishad. Yo Brahmana Vidadati Purvam, Yo Vai Vedamscha Gapayanti Sma Krishnaha. And same way again,
Atharva Veda.
the Narayana Upanishad. Uh, so it's quoted here.
I
With,
see.
and if you see in the same Vedas, Brahmanyo Devaki Putraha, specifically. So there is no, even there might be some other person called Krishna also, but Devaki Putra, Krishna can be one only. So like that in the Maha Upanishad, what is said in the Moksha Dharma section of Mahabharata. So in the Puranas, in Varaha Purana. So
So,
starting from
in a
Vedas,
sense, it was prophesized already.
mm, yeah. But
Shiva is
Krishna's
also mentioned.
interpretation is so bewildering and so much like a human being, like stealing butter and stealing the clothes of gopis, dancing with them. So he does both. Very what to say, bewildering pastimes, which is
Mataji,
hard for.
Mahamrityunjay mantra is also mentioned in the Vedas.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's mentioned.
So,
It's up to you.
the
You want to take somebody as supreme and you work towards that. Vedas are allowing that option. So you can go. Krishna is not against that.
no, no, I only want to follow the truth. But this is hard for me. This is where I'm struggling.
So either you or me, we have to accept the Shastras.
But Shastra is saying both. But this is the Kali Yuga.
So Shastra is saying both, then we see what we want to take from our heart, what we are inclined to find that which is the truth, we can take that and go. Because both are told by Shastras only. And Shiva is not going to be upset if you worship Krishna. And Krishna is not going to be upset if you worship Shiva. So it's all open thing. But it is our choice to see what is the truth in that and how we want to perceive what root, what result.
Is there anyone you know who's like extremely learned in the Vedas? Like, or are they mostly underground? Like most of these really, really deep, realized sages and elevated souls are they're not even probably in the mainstream eyes and everything, right?
Uh, yeah, there are many, who keeps on doing researches, and it is so many are there. Like that's why I'm saying now
Mm.
I don't know much. Whatever I know, I'm not such deep, deeply learned scholar and all. I know some basics thing of
No,
Bhagavad
no,
Gita
far more than us. Yeah, yeah.
that I'm sharing. So there are so many more who can, tell details of each and every line. What does that mean? How does it connect to like that? So that's why this study is endless. So there's no end to this. So I share and then I read more, and then the more I read, I mean, in fact, after finishing Bhagavad Gita, if you want to go to any other book, I would feel like, oh, I have not read this at all. Let me read Bhagavad Gita once more. And then
Mm.
let me read Bhagavad Gita once more. So that's how it is for everyone.
But this is where I'm stuck, Mataji, honestly. But very nice thing. I'm stuck at this.
Whether
What?
you chant their names, Shiva's names and Krishna's names, that's the solution. Because with our mind and with our thing, we cannot. We
We cannot.
take their names. Then
Mm.
continue. You spend some time chanting both of their names or anybody else's names, also including that.
So, is Shastra not clear, or are we unable to read Shastra properly?
Shastra is very clear. It
Very
depends
clear.
on what we want to do. Even if Shiva, Krishna is a supreme, there are people who might say, I like Shiva. Or even if Shiva is supreme, I like Krishna. So
I like
Shastra
both, Mataji. There's nothing like who am I? I am a nobody. But
yeah. So it
I
depends
want.
on what our heart says and what we want to do. That option
Mm.
and that path is there.
Nice. Thank you, Mataji. Shubhratri.
Thank you, devotees. So we will pause here. Thursday, I'll share the live link. You can all listen to Maharaj, Bhakti Dheer Damodar Maharaj. And Monday, I'm not sure. Mostly we will not have class, but if maybe not on video, if I'm able to join, if we reach, then I can message that we can go through also. But most probably no. But don't forget the chapters within this. We will post some quizzes and we can keep ourselves engaged during this time. Some work to do with Bhagavad Gita. So thank you all very much, devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So we'll meet again.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.